So this illustration is showing a metaphor of microbes that live in soil as miners, right? They have their little mining hats on. They have individual little hand tools. And that's because a lot of microbes are eking out a living. They have to digest litter in the soil. They have to put enzymes out around them, and they have to pull out carbon essentially from the whole mass of soil around them. And it's everyone for themselves, right? Each one of these miners here is a different taxon. It's a different type of bacteria. So everyone's got their own little task and they only have small returns. But what's happening down here is that there's one taxon, Bradyrhizobium, right? It's all labeled here. It's bringing this big machinery to bear on the task of intercepting, as we like to say, intercepting this carbon. And what's being intercepted? Well, this is an experiment. And so this large needle here is being inserted into soil by an experimenter, and it's dripping out this big blob of really high energy, easy to digest glucose. And all these other taxa that are mining away and trying to grab little bits of that pulse, they don't capture the bulk of it. This one group of bacteria does. It either divides enough and grabs all those resources or it somehow intercepts it. And that's the metaphor of it bringing this big mining, kind of a coal seam mining machinery to the task of intercepting more carbon than any of the other taxa are getting for themselves. And this reflects the findings of the study that we were illustrating. ECOS has been developing these tools that identify the growth, the activity, the way that all these individual bacteria in soil, the many types that are squirming in one little teaspoon of soil, how they're taking up carbon. And the idea was that we would find that a big diversity of microbes explain a lot of those microbes are all working away to digest soil carbon and explain, the way the carbon cycle is working from the soil up into the atmosphere and back. And instead, what was found is that there were just a few main players.